Good afternoon, everybody. I hope everybody can hear me. I just want to say welcome. Thank you all for being here. I'm a very happy father right now. I'm not happy just because my daughter, beautiful daughter, married a great guy. I'm happy because my daughter and that great guy have got a very large support group in all of you here. That makes me happy. It makes me very comfortable to know that there's people who care about my daughter and Josh enough to spend a tremendous amount of money, travel a great distance, commit a bunch of time to be here, and I appreciate it. I think I speak for myself, but I also believe I speak for my family, Bree's family, and Josh's family as well. So thank you all for being here and supporting my daughter and Josh on this special occasion. Today is an event that actually started for me several years ago. Several years ago, Bree was finishing up her undergraduate work up at Lake Erie College, which is a small college up in Northeast Ohio, about 650 miles from here, a long way. So she was wrapping it up, and I'm like, Bree, what are you gonna do? You know, you're gonna get a job, or what are you gonna do? You're gonna come back and live with me? I need to know what you're gonna do. She kind of held off a little bit, and then she said, okay, I want to go get my master's degree. And I said, oh, all right. Where do you want to do that? She's like, I don't know, I'm going to apply. So she applied upwards to a dozen schools all over and made a couple of visits and got down to the towards the end of the summer, and I said, Bree, what are you going to do? And she was like, I don't know. At that point I knew this was irrelevant. She was going to make a decision. So one day Bree came to me and she said, Dad, I've made my mind up. I know where I'm going. I said, well, where are you going? She said, Clemson University. And I'm like, what? Of all places, I never ever considered the fact that she may choose Clemson University. I said, well, why Clemson, Bree? And she said, it has a great program. It's what I want to do. And she says, also, I want to get out of my comfort zone. To me, that blew me away. I said, that's awesome. So I said to Bree, are you ready to go? She's like, I'm ready to go. So we packed up all of her worldly belongings in my truck and a trailer, and we drove to Clemson, South Carolina. Now, at that point in time, I knew three things about Clemson, and Clemson University. The first thing I knew about Clemson University, it's in the state of Georgia. Far as wrong. So I had to Google map it, it's actually in South Carolina. So I had no idea where Clemson was. The second thing I knew about Clemson and Clemson University was that Bree knew nobody down here. So I said, okay, I'm gonna dump her off somewhere where she has nobody. She was okay with it. The third thing I knew was that Clemson had a mediocre football team. That football team couldn't even compete with the Ohio State Buckeyes, but I was proven wrong on that one. Big time. So I drove Bree to Clemson, unloaded all of her belongings in her apartment. She didn't even know who her roommate was at that time. Nobody even met her roommates. So I was like, I looked at her one last time. I said, Bree, you sure? And she said, I'm sure. And I said, okay, I'll see you. And I got in my truck and I drove home. It was weird. I would say it was strange. Dumping your daughter 600 miles away in a town where she doesn't know anybody was strange. It wasn't long after that Bree and I were talking, we were texting, or emailing, and Bree was acclimating very quickly to that new environment. And I would hear from family and friends and things like that who follow Bree on social media or interact with Bree on social media or phone calls that Bree was acclimating well. She enjoyed her course of study. She enjoyed the weather. She met some friends, and she joined the gym. I said, I knew that wouldn't take long. So, the one thing I think I was the last one to find out about was that Bree had a boyfriend. She didn't tell me that. And finally, and I don't remember who it was, said, yeah, Bree has a boyfriend. He's a pretty good dude. He looks like a model. And I'm like, so I said, okay, it's time for me to make a trip to Clemson. So So I did. I jumped on a motorcycle and I rode down and met these guys. So this is where I'm going to take a look at my notes here in a minute. So I knew today was going to come very quickly after meeting Josh and seeing Josh and Bree together. I knew today was going to come. The reason I say that was I immediately noticed how well Josh and Bree interacted with each other. It was something special going on from the start, and I recognized and saw that. I saw how they spoke to each other. I saw how they teased each other. Their verbal and nonverbal communication was there from the start. They had this sustained interest, and one thing I knew, without a doubt, that Bree was extremely happy. So that meant Josh was a good dude. So right now, I am the happiest father-in-law in the world, and father in the world. So I don't want to take up any more of your time. So if you have a glass and are able, I'd ask that you raise it, please. Well, Josh and Bree, individually, your future is and was very bright. But now that you guys have joined forces, your potential is unlimited, and the world is yours. I cannot wait to see what happens next for you. Congratulations to both of you.
Friends and family, Mr. Mark Moser.